Okay, so yesterday we did not film anything. I'm trying to remember what we did yesterday. Okay, I remember what we did. So Wednesday was the last day I filmed, which was the day we were working on the pit. But today, this is our chicken house tractor, and it's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And let's just say we spent the whole day going to dealerships that sell red and green stuff and getting prices and quotes. I'm not going to tell you what for because I'm not 100% sure if we'll end up getting one or not. Oh, and orange stuff. They also sold orange stuff. This afternoon, we're going to work on our chicken house tractor here. We're just doing normal service on it. We got a thing to work on with some lights in the grill right there. Other than that, I got the oil dropping out of it right now. Going to put new filters on the whole thing. New fuel filters, all that. And see how it goes because we got an issue with it, but we're hoping filters are going to fix it, but we don't know. You guys will see that later.
We're just causing trouble, but nothing can hurt us in our bubble. For better or worse, in an uphill struggle. No regrets and windows down, 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 down. About the others, let's escape the silence together. Just say the word. I don't know when we'll get there, but we're...
Okay, so we are in the middle of changing filters. So on this service, we are doing fuel filters, oil filter, and hydraulic filter. So between like all the filters that work with the fluid part of this tractor, 4 out of the 5 filters were conveniently designed right behind this loader. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, and right below that housing is another one. That's your hydraulic filter down there. So right now, I've changed the engine oil filter, I've changed that fuel filter, changed the hydraulic filter, changed the fuel filter. So one of the issues that we were having with this tractor was smoking, and it was acting like it had injector issues, and it was having trouble getting diesel, so that's why we're changing fuel filters too. You see that filter right there, how nice and clean it is, this red one right there? Well, this was the old one on there. That's supposed to be clear and red. That is not clear and red. And then we're replacing the main filter, as I would call it, which is this one right here, which is, I've never fooled with anything like that before. It's got an electronic system on the bottom, whatever that does. I just have this feeling that we are going to be in for a real fun time once we get everything put back together and go start the tractor, because I do not see a primer on this thing at all. That filter up with diesel before I put it in and hope for the best. We are going to attempt to try to start this beast. Whether or not it has fuel or not is a different story, so we shall see. Would you like to describe the issues we are having with this unit? Nothing about the motor.
It smokes.
Very badly.
It's a 2-pack a day. Smoker.
No, this tractor is smoking terribly, and it's not like a black smoke, like it's under a load and it's pulling hard. It's a blue smoke. I don't know what that means, but that's what color it is. So that means we're hoping the fuel filters fix the issue, but we had a gut feeling they were not. They were just going to help it. But now what we are facing is what is actually wrong with it, because it smokes terrible and motor's been off lately on it. How would you describe it?
The motor's been off because of the fuel filters, but it's always smoked ever since we got it. A little bit. We bought it, had 490 hours on it. We've had it 6 years, and it's always smoked. And in the wintertime, it's worse. So we've not talked to a mechanic about it, but the little bit of research we did, it ranges from pistons to rings to valves to injectors to injector pump. So we'll have to talk to a mechanic, and we may start with some easier stuff and see what it is. But then again, it doesn't really affect the performance. It doesn't lose any power. You can hear a little bit in it when it does it, but it may just keep on smoking.
Do you want to tell them about your project?
Brake lines. And we just had a miracle. The brake line came loose with an open-ended wrench and not vice grips. That very rarely happens on old vehicles that's covered in mud and dirt.
Well, and it's a Chevy too.
Well, it has that against it also. But you can go to the other side and show them. We've been having the brakes stick on either side at either time, not together, just one at a time. And so before we change calipers, we're going to change these old brake lines, because sometimes they get pinched inside. They come loose and they pinch the fluid and keep the brake on, and that's the cheapest fix at first. If that doesn't work, then we'll change calipers. But you can go to the other side and look, and you can tell how hot it gets, because it's only a 1.5 mile drive home, but
From the chicken houses.
they get pretty hot when they stick.
I'm Briley.
Man.
She may not want to be on there, Emerson.
And Briley just give me the death stare. Anyways, you guys will learn that this is Briley. This is my girlfriend. She's here to hang out for the day before we go back to our day jobs. Sadly but surely. Are you learning a lot today?
Oh yes.
I can't tell if she's being sarcastic. I made her work the grease gun.
We did get at that, yeah.
But anyways, this microphone. What? No, not the microphone.
The microphone.
Alright, so you can see on this caliber, this is one of the ones that sticks the most. And you can see how discolored it is, where it's gotten so hot. So right here, we're just changing brake lines. We ain't doing calipers or rotors yet, because this is a cheaper option at first. But if it gets to the point where we have to, then I guess we will. Because it is extremely pulling the truck on the road to one side or another. It's pretty hard on your tires, but not as much as your brakes, right? Chevy girl.
We'll have
Not Chevy, Dodge.
Junk.
No.
Yeah, this one's better.
Huh.
They came junk later.
Yeah.
See, they became junk later, as he saw or said. It's not as good as a Dodge, though. And then Ford's the best, obviously.
No comment.
How did it go? You replaced the lines.
Actually went pretty good.
Everything came loose. There was no tight or smashing knuckles or no bloody knuckles at all.
Nope, everything worked good.
Who's bleeding the brakes?
I guess we are.
Would you like to volunteer?
I can, yeah.
So hopefully with replacing these lines, it will eliminate our problem, because I don't want to take these stinking tires off again. Those things ain't light. But while we're here, we'll grease everything. We'll check everything over, make sure there's nothing too out of whack on this thing. It does need to be washed. As you can tell, there's dirt on it. Can you see it there? Because if you remember in the equipment tour video, when we did our backhoe here, I told you it has a hydraulic issue just about any time we use the thing. So on the list today, this cylinder right here and this cylinder right here both need to be rebuilt. The seals are out of them. So I already got the two of the lines loosened up right here that need to come off. I'm letting them drain out.
Man, I always had stories about the city life and the crazy nights. Figure I should probably give it a try. maybe check it out, see what it's all about. But the traffic was fast and the money was slow. The people I met you never get to know. I kinda miss this place I used to live back home. 'Cause up here it's breakneck, paycheck, rat race, what's next? I'm tired of feeling like a small fish in a big pond. I think I'll go back where I came from, where everybody knows my name. My friends are still the same. I guess the slow life hit me just right, like a bonfire on a cold night. Keep your 9 to 5, happy with the simple life. Yeah, I ain't here to try to change your mind, I'm trying to save your time, in case you're thinking about breaking out the bucket list. Girl, you can skip this funny business, 'cause up there it's complicated and overrated. Down here everything is understated. That's alright by me. I got everything that I need, but there is breakneck, paycheck. I'm feeling like a small fish in a big pond. I think I'll go back where I came from, where everybody knows my name. All my friends are still the same. I guess the slow life hit me just right, like a bonfire on a cool night. Yeah, you can keep your 9 to 5, 'cause I'm happy with.
Alright, so we got the cylinder, or the rod in the shop. We got the piston seals redone and whatever that other piece is. I don't know what we call it, but we put the seals in that one. So then we got our tube just hanging right there, waiting to be slid back in. But we're also going to be doing this middle cylinder right here that controls the back half of the boom. Okay, so what happened here is, for whatever reason, when you go to pull the rod out of the tube, because I just left the tube on the backhoe for less work pretty much, is for whatever reason these cylinders like to be suction cupped in the tube. I don't know why, because all the hydraulic hose lines are off. But anyways, it wasn't coming out and I wasn't fighting it. So I had to come along, hook to the bucket right there, and I was pulling it and it was sliding out pretty fine. It's just hard, and it let go all at once. The rod fell out of the tube, landed in the bucket of hydraulic fluid I had where all the hoses were bleeding off, and then dumps all over the concrete floor. So all that hydraulic fluid I saved just ended up on the ground and on the concrete. That is what you call luck right there. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Remember, faith, family, farm. See you in the next one.